how are you? Good start. So this week I went to the YouTube space for a Wicked event, Wicked the musical that is. So Wicked has been on the West End for 10 years now, which is so cool. I went to see it in like the first month that it opened, and I saw Idina Menzel, and it was basically one of the best days of my life. I wore a t-shirt that said I Heart Oz, and it was just, it was a bang on day. Oh, I had a great time, yeah. It was very, very good. Anyway, I got an email saying, do you want to come to the Wicked event at the YouTube space? And I was like, does the Pope wear a tall hat? Of course I want to go. So I went to work in the morning, and then I had a half day. I totted off to King's Cross, where I got lost for a good half an hour. So I got lost. Yeah, so on the map it says that it's on this road. It wasn't. It was not on that road. So yeah, I walked around for ages, but I was too nervous to ask anyone in case I sounded really embarrassing, like, excuse me, do you know where the YouTube space is? You know, especially if I was talking to like a YouTuber who was just in the area, it would have just been embarrassing, awkward. Anyway, I found it in the end. So then I went in, and the lady was like, are you an attendee? And I was like, yes, I am. She was like, right, I'll see if I can get you in early. They're just setting up. And I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, are you part of the crew? I was like, no. So that was awkward. And then I had to be like, no, I'm just watching. I'm no one important. No. So then they were like, right, you're too early, so I had to go outside. So I vlogged, and here is that footage. It is like baking hot today, and because I don't know how to deal with anything, I'm vlogging, and it's awkward. Yep, musical Bethan was here, but we're wearing the same sunglasses, which is awkward and cool at the same time. I don't know, this is like a weird experience, because it's like, do I want to talk to these, like if I see a YouTuber that I know, whatever, how do I talk to them? This is something that I've discussed before, like a while ago, and it's just a weird one, isn't it? It's like weirdly okay to talk to a camera in public. I don't mind it, you know? People have walked past and I'm like, yeah, I'm vlogging. It's weird, it's interesting, it's new. Riveting, I know. It was my first time vlogging, so don't judge me. I was really nervous that I would be going on my own and that I wouldn't know anybody and that nobody would talk to me and it would just be awkward and kind of a waste of a day, because I really wanted to go to kind of, obviously, enjoy the event, but I also wanted to like make some new friends and meet some new people and all that fun stuff. So while we were in the queue, I got talking to a few lovely ladies, and they were just so nice, absolute dreamboats, loved them. They really made the day like so nice and chill for me as well, because I was like, I've got some like pals now. And so yeah, then we went in, and when you went in there was like some cupcakes, some like free drinks. There was this really cool green smoothie that I had. I was like, yes. And then we like went through to this room, and then this big wall in the middle came down from the ceiling, like folded down. It was so cool. And then the cast walked in.
I want to try this dress on so much. This is my chance. Hello everybody, hi there.
Hello. And then they did like a little Q&A that was led by the guy who plays the wizard. Here's the questions. They were asked about their audition experience for Wicked, which I thought was so interesting, because obviously as a new grad who is entering the business myself, it's like, it's very interesting to see, you know, these people who you aspire to kind of have a career similar to theirs or something like that. Oh, it was just fantastic. And here's the answers.
I auditioned when the show originally came to London. I was on tour with a musical called Tonight's the Night, and I had a few callbacks, and I was coming from Scotland, flying at 6 o'clock in the morning for an audition, flying back for the show that night. The next set of, I was in Plymouth, 4-hour train journey, which I missed. I missed the show in Plymouth. I got a verbal warning. I got a final that I had to go back and see Joe and Lisa for, and they says, if you go back to the final, we'll sack you. Oh. So my decision first time round was made up for me. I wasn't allowed to go back. So that's what happened. And then the second time round, I reached the final, and I decided between, I had to decide between going up to Andrew Lloyd Webber's house to go on the live shows. If I would do anything, I'd do anything, or my final for Wicked. and we all know what I chose. And then third time lucky. I finished a year. I did a year We Will Rock You. They asked me to stay on. I said no, and they says, what? Why? And I says, because if the part of Alphabet in Wicked is available, I need to be available for it. It's as simple as that. So I took myself out of work to make sure I was not in work, so I could be available in case Wicked came up. I was like, I'm not letting go of it this time. This is my time. So
just going back to that moment when you had to choose the final audition or I'd do anything.
Yes.
Was it because you thought maybe my profile, if I'm back on the, if I'm on the telly,
yes,
my profile would be high?
Two things. That would help my career as Rachel Tucker, and open more doors, and I would be more visible to people that I might not necessarily been seen by. And also, in my heart of hearts, more than anything, I knew I would play the part someday. So I could just put it on the back burner.
Yeah.
It will be mine, just not this year again.
And then Rachel Tucker spoke about the difference between Broadway and the West End, and the difference with the audiences and the cast and things.
The first big difference is I have to do an American accent over in America, English accent.
I did too, by the way. I started American, in Australia.
Yeah. So it's also the staging is, the stage is a different shape and size, so I had to learn slightly different staging, slightly different direction. And the other thing, the audiences are so loud over there. You guys are rather reserved. So I'd come back this, I finished about a month and a half ago. I come back, and this week it's been rather quiet compared to what I've been used to. Yeah, so rather, kind of quite polite audiences here.
And what about,
it's fine.
And what about backstage? I mean, what's the team like on Broadway? Are they all kind of, yeah, way to go, come on, woo!
There are a few of those. But not too many, thankfully. But no, it's it's a great team, great Wicked team over there. It's a brilliant team here. Although a lot of them are there from the beginning over there, and they're still there. Yeah. Well, I think it's the job, holding on to their jobs. They get a hit, they stay in it for insurance purposes and healthcare. It's different over there.
Yeah.
I feel like this is such a bitty video. Sorry.
Yeah, I do. I steam a lot, drink lots of water, lots of tea. I was at the physio this morning at 9 o'clock, getting my voice massaged out, my larynx lowered again. Rach and I have both been battling a bit of a lurgy the last week. I think I've got it. There we go. Yeah, had a bit of a massage this morning, and I don't really drink. I don't really go out partying. I'm kind of a little bit of a nana, to be honest. But this schedule is a different schedule for me and something I'm not used to. I'm used to working on Sundays, having 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, which is a huge load. But I think I'll have more of a life with this being in London, not touring, or an easier schedule. So hopefully a bit more work-life balance this time.
And you're generally like that, or is it just this particular role that makes you a bit more hyper about looking after yourself?
Just this particular role, yeah. You want the show on a Monday night to be as good as it is on a Saturday night. You don't want to burn yourself out, and I think one thing that I try and remind myself of every performance is that, yes, it's my 660 whatever show, but there are people in the audience that are seeing it for the first time, and they've paid God knows how many pounds to come and see, and they've travelled and they've got accommodation, and it's such a special show that you have to look after yourself so that you deliver that performance for the audience.
Rachel?
I would steam at night time when I go home.
Really? When you go home? You do it every night?
Yeah.
Wow, 40 minutes.
Sorry, can I ask what steaming is?
So steaming, you can do it differently. There's this thing called Dr. what?
Dr. Nelson.
Dr. Nelson. It's a ceramic pot with a glass tube, and you fill it up with very hot water. But there's a better one. So go to Argos. It's an electrical facial steamer. Any singers out there who really struggle after singing, it takes the swelling down from your vocal folds. I mean, it helps take the swelling down. after a huge sing, if you're slightly swollen, which we would be with the amount of singing that we do.
And the screaming as well. The amount, everyone says.
Yeah, vocal, like vocal.
The emotions.
And emoting, yeah. Plug it in, a little bit of water, sit there, watch your Narcos program on Netflix. 40 minutes, boom, done. With a glum from mine. Unlike Susie, I had a little gin and tonic last night. I like a little drink.
Have you tried pouring the gin into the steam?
Oh, the wrong way. Yeah, so I do definitely take care of my voice, and I drink a lot of water during the day.
Do you talk in the morning?
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old son. So, you know.
See, I don't. I have the luxury of not having a 3-year-old son, and I can sleep until midday, so...
But do you think sometimes, you know, you can get hyper about this?
Oh, absolutely.
And start worrying about it?
Yes.
And it gets into your mind?
You do, but you only get hyper about it, I think, when it's out of your control. When either your phones are swollen to a point where you shouldn't be singing on them. So what we do is to maintain it, so that we don't get into that red zone area where you're scared and you actually have to take shows off, you can't come into work. Because we lose money every time we're not in work. We don't get paid, you know, so we don't get sick pay. You know, isn't that right though?
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know, so it's not like that's not why we're not there, but it is, you know, it's a big...
That's the thing, like, I mean, me saying that I don't drink, it's only because the cost for me vocally from having a glass of wine, which isn't that big a deal for me, I'm kind of laid back that way. It doesn't make sense when I only have 1 day off a week. It's easier for me just to, I don't miss it, it's not something that I'm like, oh my god, I'm hanging out for a glass of wine. It's a choice. Some weeks I'll be flexible with it, some weeks I'm not, but I find it easier on my body, my voice, my mind, my weight, if I don't drink.
And then they like sent us off to just like have some drinks and a chat and whatever, so I just got talking to some people, which was really, really lovely. And then when we went back, we got to see the understudy Elphaba get greened up, which was so cool. Oh my god, she was so beautiful. It was like, some people look really good in the green and some people do not, but mate, she looked like, oh, she looked bang on in that green. We got to look at the costumes up close, which was really, really cool. And I got to speak to the company manager for about like half an hour. We were just chatting away, which was so cool, and he was really lovely. And then I got my hand painted green. Now I have to say, I don't have pretty hands, so it was not very cute, but here is me being greened up. I was talking to the lady while she was doing it, and I was asking her loads of really weird questions, and you could tell she was just like, shut up. But you know, it was less awkward than just sitting there having someone painting my hand green. So then after that, the event kind of like petered out and everyone was heading home. So Rakaya also got her hand painted. So we went downstairs to go and wash it off. By the way, when they said that it comes off with soap and water, they lied, because I was there for a solid 5 minutes scrubbing away. And I had a definite green tinge for like 2 days after. But anyway, one of the girls that we were with, Eileen, she was like, oh, I've never been to the space before. Can we have a tour, please? And the man was like, yeah, why not? I mean, that's cool. So we got a tour around the YouTube space, which was really cool. So there was like studios and editing suites, and there was like personalized ones, and then there were like group editing suites. Some of the studios were locked, so we couldn't go in there, but it was super cool. And then we found the green room, which was really cool, and you could like go and have your hair washed, which I thought was really weird, but you know, why not? Especially if you're doing like a shoot in there and you need to have wet hair. What? I should not try to do this voiceover thing. It does not work for me. I just had a fantastic day, basically. It was very, very cool. Thank you so much, Wicked, for the event, and thank you, YouTube, for hosting us. And yeah, I really hope that I can go back. I mean, to be able to use the space, you have to have 10,000 subscribers, which we all know I don't have. So subscribe, and then I can go and use the YouTube space. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I had an amazing day, and I hope that you can see that in the video. Wicked's amazing. I actually really need to go and see Wicked again. I've seen all of the Elphabas other than Rachel Tucker. What is that about? So that is my goal for the next few weeks. I need to see her. It's my birthday soon. I might treat myself. I might go and see Wicked. Yeah, Wicked's great. Thumbs up for Wicked. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos from me. And I will see you on Sunday. Bye.